Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. Be comfortable yourself, and once we get connect with our other students, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So bring your attention to this bell sound and follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take a few minutes to understand how this meditation will help for us to develop our conventional life, and at the same time, out of that conventional development, how you can gain your spiritual success. So, as most of us know, now meditation becoming a very popular subject. And at the same time, it's kind of like people more have a kind of comfortable to being in the moment and being in the present moment. Everybody look for that. So when you practice meditation, it is very important for yourself to know what you can gain out of this meditation and why you practice this meditation, what is the very purpose, where are we heading. So when it comes to these meditation sessions, we mainly focusing towards two mental subjects. So here meditation we practice, we call the bhavana, that is the very authentic word, the Pali word. So the bhavana means it's a kind of like a translation come as a cultivation of the mind, development of the mind. So it is not about just being in the moment. We have a purpose, go towards the liberation or the nibbana. That is our ultimate goal. And at the same time, when you practice, our purpose is connected to the truth. See what is real. experience the reality. So then always you have to remember, when you practice, so whatever the method you use, is it help for you to reach to the truth? Because being in the moment itself not going to bring us any kind of development. It will help us to keep that moment comfortable. But practicing meditation is more deep. So when it comes to this development of mind, we use two methods. One is called tranquility meditation. Another one we call vipassana meditation. So tranquility meditation means, in the beginning, we bring our mind to the present moment. Why? Because our mind always jumping here and there and moving to past or the future, and always there are thoughts. And so we have this busy mind, jumping monkey mind. So first we have to settle down. We have to bring our mind to the present moment. And once you come to that, being in the present moment is not our purpose. So then you have to use that present moment of mind to observe thoroughly, deeply, to have the critical analytical understanding regarding your own moment of experience. So when it comes to that, nature of the body, nature of the mind, nature of your emotions, nature of your feelings, so you recognize that. Why you need this recognition? Because you are responsible for that. You are responsible for your body. You are responsible for your thoughts. You are responsible for your mind. You are responsible for your emotions. You are responsible for your feelings. But when it comes to our day-to-day life, in this conventional world, most of time, we think other people are responsible for our, maybe the body, maybe especially our emotions and feelings. But it is not like that. So that's why you have to observe and recognize and understand it. So when you understand it, what will happen? You are capable to recognize what is behind it, how this arises, what is the very nature of it. And that will help you to get out of this fixations mind. Because we mostly hold it to our fixations, thoughts patterns, habitual patterns, believing this should be like that, that should be like this. But when it comes to the very reality, nothing going to be the same, nothing going to be forever, nothing going to repeat again and again. There's always the change underneath this all. On the top of the change, we experience this everything. And at the same time, when it comes to understanding the very nature of the consciousness, that is the hard question that we have. What is this consciousness? How it arises? From where it arises? Why it arises like this? Why we feel like this? So, in the very first level, remember, just by thinking, using thoughts, using words, you can't find the solution for that. So that's why in the very beginning, you have to have a kind of like a tranquility mind. You have to calm down the mind. And once the mind calms down, once you are capable to be very clear with the perception. So whatever you perceive through your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, once you are capable to be very clear with it, rather than modifying it, rather than kind of like adding colors to it, once you are capable to see things as it is, then as a next step, you can go a little bit more deeper and recognize how things come to be as they are. So when it comes to that, practicing meditation doesn't mean when you hear something, when you see something, you go behind the outside object. It's about the very condition of the mind. When you see something, you recognize you're seeing, and at the same time, you start to observe the very condition of the mind. When you hear something, you know you are hearing, but at the same time, you recognize the condition of the mind. Because when, according to the condition of the mind, whatever the perception going to become different. So then, whatever you experience in day-to-day life, rather than grabbing it, oh, I saw this, I heard this, I smelled this, I taste this, I feel this, I think this way. Rather than grabbing it, what you need to do in the very first level, you have to see in what condition of mind you experience it. This called meta knowing or meta awareness. So you observe the observer. You see the condition of the mind. Rather than go with the object, you go inward and recognize how you experience it. So this is another way we call introspection. So then when you are settling down in the present moment, this is what you need to do. Rather than just being in the moment, you have to have the introspection and see what is the condition of mind, in what condition you experience this. And that will help you to slowly get out of most of the defilement. And that is one way that you can purify your mind, clean your mind, brush up your mind. And again and again, again and again, when you become more aware about your own mind, you're capable to see there are a lot of hopes or the intentions or the fear, unsatisfaction, desires behind this whole experience. Just imagine with this unknown fear, maybe with this unknown desire, with this unknown hopes, when we see something, hear something, smell something, taste something, feel something, how we know exactly that we are capable to recognize it? So that is why bringing this clarity to yourself is very necessary. And when it comes to the mind, that Buddha gave an example. This mind always has three kinds of nature: the greed, hatred, and the delusion. It's like the lust or the greed, like the fire. So this example will help you to navigate yourself. And the anger is kind of like a grip. And the delusion is kind of like a net. Those are the three examples. Lust is like the fire. The anger is like the grip. And the delusion is like the net. So then, when you have this burning desire, and even sometimes you are in the present moment, you observing something, you know you are observing, but deeply, there is a kind of like a shadow, kind of like a burning desire to know something, even when it come to observing inhalation, exhalation. Maybe that you have a burning desire to know this inhalation, exhalation. Oh, what will happen next? What kind of experience come to me next? So like that, the mind always looking for something. You have to withdraw from it. Another thing is that grip. And when you have the disturbed mind, unpleasant mind, maybe it's for something. Unknowingly what happened, your mind get tight. That tightness you may experience through in many ways. But that anger is the very root cause. And the delusion is kind of like a waving, like a garment, tailoring a garment, and it's kind of like a networking, and don't know what is happening, don't know where are we heading, don't know the result, and it's kind of like more than the doubt. It's a delusion is a kind of like that you don't know how things happens, but still you hold it to it. You don't know the end result, but still you hold it to it. But when it comes to practice meditation, to know the very nature of the mind is your responsibility. That is the main purpose of practice. Because that is what takes you to the truth. So then you have to have that intention to look into again and again and again. So what happened with this three nature? Fire, grip, net. Is most of time out of this fire or the grip or the net, sometimes your perception you push away. Those are the reasons to push things away. When even a thought arises, you can push that thought away. So it creates a kind of like a journey. It creates a mental action, and it creates sometimes physical action. And that is what your existence. So when the fire is high, that means when the lust is high, always maybe you push something. Another thing is maybe you pull something. Or maybe, this is very important, sometimes you don't see this that much. It is always happening, but you don't think about it. So most of time we see that pushing and pulling, resistance or grasping, clinging. But there is another thing can happen, especially when it comes to the delusion, creating network. So Remember the three nature? The fire, grip, and the net. Anger, delusion, lust. So sometimes your perception you pull towards you. Sometimes you push things away from you. And sometimes you go around it. That is something. Make you kind of like a dizzy and make you kind of like a joy, kind of like a roller coaster. Your life itself kind of like a roller coaster because you like to go around it. You like to go around dreams. You like to go around people. You like to go around the desire. Even though you know you can't reach, you can't get, but still you like to go around. That also is something that you have to remember. So sometimes we push things, sometimes we pull things, and sometimes we go around. So this all happens in our mind with one kind of like a nature. We always have this nature until we attain to the Nibbana, or until we attain to the liberation or the enlightenment. What is that nature? When you observe the mind, so this three nature is there, pushing, pulling, go around. And once you have the non-judgmental acceptance with whatever arises, non-judgmental acceptance, then you start to see behind this all, your mind has a kind of like a nature. That's why you have this pull, push, go around nature with the fire, grip, and the net. What is that nature? So understanding this is very important for you. So there is something arising that we not expect within ourselves, in our mind. Always arising something. And you have no idea what it is. Maybe you have some expectations, but when the thought arises, it is completely, it is in different spectrum. That is the very nature of this conventional mind. Remember that. In your mind, you may have the hopes, the desire, or intention, but still the very nature of the mind, always something arises which you don't know. That is what creates this push, pull, or going around nature. And you hold it to something, you like something, and then something arises that you don't know what it is. Maybe suddenly it arises and then you matching it. Oh, I like this one, but in my mind, I don't like it. And then you try to push it. And then sometimes you don't want something, but it arises in you. And suddenly when it arises, That is what you don't want. And then maybe you have the anger. Or maybe something arises, we don't know what it is. And then we go around it. So this always, we have expectations in this very conventional level, surface level of life, but in deeper our mind, things arise with any kind of that very, very unexpected way. So this is the truth that you have to understand. You have to accept. And then when you observe it without reacting to it, why this way this mind behave? Why does you, even though you hope something, you want something, you dream for something, but in the very next moment, something arises suddenly. You don't know what it is. And there are deeper mental formations. It used to be there. There's nothing wrong with it. Only thing was, it used to be there. Unconsciously, it used to happen for a long time now. So understanding this nature is very important for you. Why? Ajjattava kaya kayanupassī vihirati, bahiddava kaya kayanupassī vihirati. So one way to understand this, once you understand your mind, it will help for you to understand others' mind. Because we live with other people. Their behavior sometimes affect for us. As I mentioned, that even though we are responsible for our own inner feelings, emotions, our day-to-day life, most of the time we think they are responsible for this. No. So then the understanding the truth or the understanding the reality in the very core level, very foundation of mind will help for you to slowly withdraw from that point of view. What will make that more comfortable for you to be in the life once you understand this? So this is what happened. Once you know, listen this very carefully. Once you know your mind, even though you have hopes, dreams, thoughts, plans, the very nature of the mind, things arise completely different way. Things arise with the very unexpected way. So that is your mental nature. So once you know that, it's very easy for you to be with other people. Because when they say something, when they start to change, and or maybe, so whatever that you build up a relationship, you should know. Of course, for the moment, they can say yes to you. They can promise you something, but still you know the very nature of the mind. Why? Because what is in your mind, that things arise very unexpected way, it happened to them also. And sometimes in their mind, things arise very unexpected way, and they change everything. And now you know that. And that is where you recognize you can't depend on any other person. So that is where you build up a very sustainable balance in you, rather than depending from others. And that is where you become emotionally independent. That is where you start to know that whatever you feel, you are responsible for that, not that person. And just imagine then, the very word itself means each and every person mind always changing unexpectedly. And now you hear it and then now you know that, but there are a lot of people don't know it. Even regarding their own mind, regarding their own feelings, regarding their own thoughts, they have very fixed, very kind of like a condition way of thinking. Oh, this should be like this person should be like this situation should be like this. But they don't know the very nature of mind. So then what will happen? It always going to make unbalance the situation. Push or pull or go around. And out of that, what will happen? The last, anger, delusion. Again and again, those are the things catering to this nature. And again and again, it become more powerful. So meditation means what? So the mindfulness means you come, that the meta awareness means, meta knowing means you start to recognize this nature in you. You see this, how your mind have this nature arising things itself. And once you know that, you have the very non-judgmental acceptance without pushing, pulling, or go around it. Let it be. Once you see that, once you are capable to be in that very moment without reacting to it in any way, you will see it going to go. And then again, something else arises. It also going to go. When you're not reacting, what happened? Your awareness become more clear, your mind become more clear, sharp. And then the thought always arising so fast, so that going to become little bit slow down. So once this arising pattern becomes slow down, that is where you can see this underneath this thought patterns, this repetition, reactions, the current that we have a deeper is kind of like a flashlight, kind of like a wanting mind, wanting to do something is always there. It's like a sleeping giant all over your body, head to toes, each and every cell, hijacked by this wanting, sleeping giant. It's there, invisible. So, in the very first level, practicing meditation, your sitting means you settling down. Practice it physically. Learn to settle down. One time, Buddha with Venerable Ananda went for a journey, and on the way, and the Buddha was a little bit tired, and he sat under a tree, and close by there was a river. So Buddha told to Venerable Ananda, go and bring some water from that river. So Venerable Ananda went there. And when he go there, it was kind of like the water was so disturbed. It's kind of like people used to have bath, and at the same time, there were a lot of bull cart went through the river, and it was so muddy, and that water cannot drink. So then he came back and told to Buddha, oh, Venerable Sir, that water is looks so muddy. It cannot drink. So then the Buddha said, Venerable Anand, wait a little bit. And then after a few minutes, and the Buddha said, now you go and bring water. So Venerable Ananda went and he saw the water already clear, all that mud settling down under the ground. So, and the water was so clear, and he took the water and brought. And then the Buddha told, our mind the same. Let it settle down. But you are the one who not allowing it to settle down. But if you take a one conscious decision, then you are the one who can allow it to settle down. So then practice little by little, little by little. Have a little bit unmovable posture. Let everything to settle down itself. Even in the around your nature, around your environment. Let things to happen as it is. Don't try to interfere with things. And sometimes you think it is wrong, this is right. But when it comes to that in our life, we knew so far in our life what are the right things and what are the wrong things. So it is conventional. It changes moment by moment. But even though we knew that things, even though we interfere with things to make things right, it didn't happen that way. That doesn't mean you allow everything to be there as it is. No. For a moment, you take a conscious decision to withdraw from all the interference and see what happens. Because in the nature, it has a way that everything to settle down itself. Of course, in the conventional world, it's not like that. We are the one who not allowing it to happen. So the good example is, like when it comes to the world that we talk about global warming, and we talk about this nature and the pollution. So this kind of things. As all of you know, during the pandemic time, see that people start to stay at home. So then by the time what happens? The sky became more clear. The pollution, air pollution slowly disappeared. And a lot of, the wild animals start to walk freely here and there. And even this global warming, for a certain level, this earth start to cool down a little bit. So what does that mean? That means the nature has itself to settle down. Everything has that nature. So even in our body, everything has a nature to settle down itself. But still, we are the one who not allowing it to happen. We are the one who interfering with many things to make things happen the way we want. And that is what itself called the world. If you look for the Nibbana, if you look for the liberation, learn to have this non-judgmental acceptance within yourself. When the unexpected things arise in your mind, don't challenge it, don't judge it, don't push it, don't grab it, don't try to create many other things reacting to it, just allowing it to be there for a moment. And then you will see. It is not yours. It arises according to the necessary cause and conditions, and it will go away. So a little bit experience that, and once you experience it, in that very moment, you will see what is the truth, because it is within you. So with that, Let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and naked straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. So while you're observing the inhalation and exhalation, many thoughts will arise. Don't react to it. Just keep your attention towards the breathing. And if you know something, just know you are knowing and be aware about the condition of the mind. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. Your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward, and upward. All six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Dhamma Patipattiya Buddhang Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Bahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchatu. Bless you.